understand how items, people, or tasks move through a system so they can make it more efficient. The objective and function of this law is to measure and control the average number of items in a process with inventory. To find out the average time item speed in the process is this time, and to calculate the speed of work or output rate is true. And it also helps to manage the balance demand and supply. Function regarding inventory time and flow rate. It measures system performance and it predicts waiting time and delay. It also helps in control inventory level and it improve planning and efficiency. This diagram shows average number of items in a system, then average arrival rate and average time spent in the system. Now I will discuss about merits and demerits of this law. It is very simple and easy to understand. It can be applied to both services and manufacturing. It also helps in help the manager to plan better and reduce waste. It improves productivity and efficiency. It also saves time and effort compared to complex models. Demerits of this law is work only if the system is stable, no hiccups or down. It is based on average, so result may not be exact or may be valid, and this journal considers certain changes in demand or supply. It is not useful for irregular or unpredictable processes. Now, application it applies to factories and production, like to measure production speed and avoid overstocking. It also applies to banks and service counter, like to reduce waiting time for customer inquiries. It also applies in hospitals to estimate how long patient will wait for the treatment. In ICU sector to track working progress and predict delivery time. And lastly, it applies on e-commerce and supply chain to balance inventory and delivery. Thank you.
My name is Jasmita Murmu and I am here to present a topic about technology life cycle. First of all, what is technology life cycle? In simple words, technology life cycle is a model which describes the phases of the technology life cycle or development. This is the bookish definition of technology life cycle. The technology life cycle is the process a technology goes through from its development and introduction to widespread adoption, maturity, and eventual decline of replacement. There are four phases: research and development, which typically includes conceptualization, designing of technology, and etc. Ascent, also known as growth, it is when the technology is introduced to the market, where it increases its profit and popularity. Maturity is when the peak of when the profit reach its peak, and decline when the technology's popularity, revenue, and profits starts to fall down. And the objectives: maximize profitability and return of investment. The cycle helps in timing the investment and recovery of costs, ensuring the technology generates complete inventory of all IT components, including hardware, software, and application. Stewardship. Stewardship means it's a responsibility of taking care of it. So, assign clear ownership and responsibility of managing each component throughout its life. Planning. Develop detailed plans for updates, reviews, and maintenance schedule based on the importance of the asset to the business. Scheduling. Plot out a timeline for which components will be acquired, updated, supported, and retired. Strategy. Create specific strategies for developing, scaling, or replacing technologies to ensure a balanced technology portfolio that supports business goals and fosters innovation. That's all. Thank you. I will.
Good morning everyone. My name is Shraddha Rai. Today I will explain project management. Overview of content. Project management means planning and managing tasks to achieve a specific goals within time and budget. It helps in using resources properly and completely work efficiency. A project has its start and end, clear objective, and a set of activities. Example: the deep bridge over the Mahanadi River in Odisha is a 3.4 km long bridge built in a T-shape to connect Badamba and Vaideswar, improving transport and reducing travel distance by about 45 km. Next, function and objective. Under that, planning, organizing, building, controlling, and completing on time. Planning, setting goals, schedules, and budget. Organizing, assigning work to team members. Leading, guiding, and motivating the project team. Controlling, checking progress and solving problems. Completing on time, delivering the project within deadline and cost. Next, monitoring and controlling process. This is interface and start process, then initiating process, then planning process and executing process, lastly closing process, after that exit process and end process. Next, merits and demerits. Merits helps finish work in time, saves cost and avoid waste, improve teamwork and coordination, ensure quality and customer satisfaction. Lastly, helps achieve clear goals. Demerits needs more time for planning, can be costly for small projects. Delay may happen if not managed well. Requires skills, managers, and communication. Pressure on team members to meet deadline. Then applications. It applies in construction like building, road, bridge. It also applies IT sector, software development, website creation. It applies event management like organizing conference and programs. It applies manufacturing like launching new products. It applies education like school or college projects. Thank you.
Climate change
value chain describes all the full range of activities that a company performs to bring a product or a service from its initial stage to a final product. The term value chain refers to the various business activities and process involved in the creating a product or performing a service. It consists of multiple stages. Let's understand the objective and functions. Objectives are reduce cost and inefficiency. As the value chain identifies the unnecessary cost and help it to reduce it and helps in inefficiency of the processes and helps to improve the product quality and product quality. Then the functions are inbound logistics, operations, outbound logistics, marketing, sales and services. Let's understand these functions through a flow diagram. The components of value chain includes the primary activities and the support activities, which is also known as secondary activities. The primary activities includes inbound logistics, which includes the receiving of raw materials, ordering of raw materials, transportation of raw materials, and keeping the raw materials in the warehouses. Next, the operations, which includes the manufacturing of the raw materials and the machines which we use to produce the machines which we use to produce the product. And the outbound logistics means to receive the orders and to transport the products from manufacturer to the warehouses and the suppliers and retailers. Then the marketing and sales includes the advertising, branding and selling of the product to the consumers. Then the service is after the launch of the product. The companies give extra customer focused repairs, warranties and returns for better quality and better quality. Next, the support activities includes infrastructure, which means the company system, how the company plan to make a product, how it finances and accounts all the processes includes in the production. Then the technological development, which is research and development, and the technologies which we can use to for efficiency of work. Then the human resource management, like hiring the right people for the right place and reducing the retention rate. Then the procurement means getting the right quality and quantity of the raw materials which is required for the production. Then next is the opportunities and challenges which value chain faces. Then first is the help identify cost saving opportunities. As I said that it identifies the unnecessary costs which will help in cost saving. Then it improves coordination among activities. It helps in better smooth flow of work as each stages has its value and helps in better workflow. Then support better quality and innovations, and it helps in enhancing. It gives chances for innovation in the production system. Next is the challenges which are requires high coordination and information sharing. The value chain requires transparency and smooth flow of information, which requires high coordination among the departments. Then it can be costly to implement the change, as it requires change in as it requires lot of time, technology and people to apply this change in the production process. It will cost high. Then potential resistance to change from the stakeholders. Many people will resist to change change from the change in the process of production, which will be the challenge for this value chain. Thank you.
So my topic is destructive strategy. So let's start the presentation. First is overview of destructive strategy. So we first know what is destructive strategy. Defining destructive strategy. Destructive strategy refers to an approach used by organizations to disrupt or dismantle existing market structures, business models, or operational process to create a new competitive advantage. So this means that this strategy is used when there is already an existing structure and we have to create or innovate something new and disrupt the market and create a competitive advantage over others. Next, what is the purpose of disruption? The goal is to break traditional systems or methods that are outdated or inefficient and replace them with innovative, cost-effective or technology-driven solutions. So the purpose of this strategy is that the old structures should be replaced by innovative or creative or cost-effective structures, which will be helpful for competition and disrupting the existing markets. Nature of disruptive strategy. It is often aggressive and transformative, focusing on rapid change and market domination, even if it temporarily causes instability in the industry. So, while we introduce the destructive strategy in a certain industry, it usually brings instability in the industry. But in the short term and long term, it creates a transformation which helps in development and the betterment of the industry. Next, some examples. Companies like Reliance Jio, Netflix, and Tesla have used destructive strategies to redefine the industry by challenging existing norms and competitors. Next is the function and objectives of destructive strategy. The first function is targeting non-consumers. So, as you know, some of the consumers cannot afford the existing prices or existing product. So, first, if we apply the destructive strategy, we should focus on the non-consumers who cannot afford. If we target them, they will easily buy and it will increase the sales, and after seeing them, others will start using our products and services. Next is create new value, offer significant performance improvement or radical cost reduction in key areas. So, in destructive strategy, we should focus on improving the products and reducing the cost which the existing market was provided. Next is redefine competition. Shift the basis of competition from incremental performance to simplicity and accessibility. So, in the existing market, they used to do is improve the product step by step, time to time. So, instead of doing that, we should make our products as simple and accessible to all, which will be helpful to us and gain the competitive advantage over others. Next is optimize business model. Develop a low-cost structure that traditional competitors cannot easily replicate. So, if you make our products and services at low cost, then it will be hard for the other industries or other competitors to replicate. As they have been following a certain structure, they will find it difficult to follow the new structure. Next is the process of disruptive innovation. So, as you can see, disruptive disruption typically follows a predictable path, starting from the low end for a new market, reached before moving up to challenge established players. So, first, as you can see, this is the first step, entry low end for entering a new market. First, we have to create a new market for our products and services. Then, we have to improve the performance of products and services. And lastly, upmarket innovation. At this stage, we reach to the existing competitors and challenge them with our products and services. Then, the merits and demerits of embracing disruption. The merits are unlocks entirely new markets and customer segments. Then establishes first mover advantage in the new value network, creates significant entry barriers for future competitors, and it leads to rapid exponential business growth once acceptance is achieved. Then what are the demerits for this? First is requires substantial initial investment and sustained capital. As we are starting, we need a first basic investment which we need to start the disruptive strategy. Then high risk of failure if market adoption is slower than anticipated. If you are expecting something of the new strategy, then if it fails to achieve that, it will be harmful for the company. Next, existing industry regulation may pose significant roadblocks. There are certain rules and regulations existing. It may be a roadblock for the company to put their new strategy. Then established competitors often possess superior resources for counter attack. As we are creating a new strategy, but the existing competitors who have a higher share market, they already have some backup or something that they can counter attack with the strategy. Next is application across industry. So these are the sectors where the disruptive strategies is applied. First is media and entertainment. Streaming services disrupted cable TV by offering on-demand flexible content delivery. So as you can see, OTT platforms, they are now overshadowing the cable TV program as it is more easily accessible. Next is transportation. Ride-sharing platforms challenge traditional taxis by using digital platforms and decentralized models. So as you can see, Uber, Ola, these type of platforms are now challenging the traditional taxis. As traditional taxis are not available everywhere, but we can book the Ola Uber anywhere at any time. Next is retail. E-commerce displayed physical retail by offering wider selection and logistics efficiency. So firstly, retail, we have to visit the retail shop and buy. But now e-commerce is helping us to achieve it easily. We can order products through online, which is easy for us. Financial services. Fintech companies offer low-cost digital first banking and payment solutions. We usually used to go to the bank and get our services done. But now there are some fintech companies which helps us to get our bank work done through online. Next is this is a small case study about Jio's disruptive strategy in India. So Reliance Jio executed a classic disruptive strategy to dominate the Indian telecom market, moving the focus from voice to data. So now you say how they created a new separate platform for themselves. First is free voice for life. Eliminated the primary revenue stream of existing firms, forcing a focus shift. So they introduced a free calls for the period of amount you are recharging, which others were not giving. So it helped them only, and people were excited to get Jio's subscription. Next is abundant affordable data. Introduced data at extremely low prices, targeting non-consumers of high-speed internet. Previously, Airtel were not providing data at low prices, but Jio introduced that. They were introducing data at low prices. Next, 4G only network. We turn all IP feature to infrastructure, while competitors rely on legacy 2G, 3G networks. While others were relying on 2G and 3G networks, Jio launched their 4G only network, which is way faster and quicker than other services. Next is bundle services. Offered a suite of free digital applications like Jio TV, Jio Music to increase ecosystem login. Not only they reduced subscription which are low prices, they also provided some other facilities like Jio TV and Jio Music. Then is rapid scale up. Achieved unprecedented subscriber growth by offering services for free usage. So at the initial stage, what Jio did, they were giving the subscription at a free or lower cost, which people were attracted to, and they initially started applying for the Jio recharge. Next is device ecosystem. Launch affordable 4G enabled devices to ensure mass adoption. So as we know, at the initial stage, what Jio did was they launched a Jio phone or Jio Fi, which was at a low price and affordable to everyone. And what it did was provide free data to everyone with a Jio phone or Jio Fiber. So thank you. This was my presentation.